features of Sakura is its reliability, but this can lead to some users taking it for granted. It's important to understand how Sakura works so you can make sure you're setting up the right conditions for success. This short video explains what happens when everything works the way it should, with no cultivation before sowing, correct application, and cooperative rainfall. Other videos in this series outline some of the issues that can arise when Sakura is used in unfavourable conditions, and how you can manage or avoid them. The diagrams you're about to see are stylised and simplified to show how Sakura works, and especially how that differs from other pre-emergent herbicides. We've mixed them up with some actual photos and footage to help you recognise the processes we mention when you see them. Using a rate of 50 to 100 litres of water, thoroughly mixed with Sakura, at 118 grams per hectare, you spray an uncultivated paddock, usually with a knockdown as well, to clean up any weeds that have already emerged. The Sakura will then lie on the surface of the paddock without breaking down until it's incorporated by sowing or rain washes it into the soil. We've used this graphic green strip to represent the layer of Sakura, so we can show you how the band of active ingredient can move down through the soil or be broken up, and how that affects your weed control. We're showing weed seeds in red, so you can tell them apart from the crop seeds. Typically, they'll be lying on the surface and concentrated just beneath it. Within 3 days of spraying, you then incorporate the Sakura by sowing, using knife points or narrow points as specified on the label. That leaves the situation like this. The Sakura is still basically concentrated on the surface, although it is spread a bit deeper. The weed seeds will also have been moved around a bit. Then, in a perfect world, it rains. The rain spreads the band of Sakura down nearer to where the bulk of the weed seeds will start to germinate. If they're within the band, they won't emerge. Now let's turn 90 degrees and look down the paddock, just to see how that looks in the furrow. As the seeder's knife or narrow points create the sowing furrow, they leave the Sakura distributed through the disturbed soil while it's buried beneath the soil thrown out of the furrow. That mighty helpful rain falls, and the Sakura is distributed further through the soil profile. Although it's by no means always the case, with the right combination of soil type and rainfall after sowing, Sakura can redistribute within the sowing furrow and provide weed control in this area. In our ideal world, this is where Sakura is sitting in the soil profile, preventing any weeds from germinating within the band, not just for a few days, but for weeks. Most of the time, Sakura will do a great job, even if conditions are not perfect. But there are some specific factors that can limit its effectiveness. For a quick summary of those factors and simple guidelines for getting the best out of Sakura, have a look at the next video in this series, Applying Sakura Efficiently. Armed with an understanding of the conditions it needs to succeed and a few easy troubleshooting tips, you can look forward to many more seasons of very effective weed control from Sakura. If you'd like more information or explanation of these points, please call our technical inquiries number 1800 804 479.